Parsha Pekudei, the last parsha in Sefer Shemois, it's Shabbos Chazak. It's also the end, it's the culmination of everything that we've been learning about Truma, Tetzava, part of Kisisa, about all the instructions of how to build the Mishkan, all the Kalim in the Mishkan, how to make the Bigdei Kohen Gadol. And now, in Vayakhel Pekudei, we're learning about how they actually fulfilled all these instructions and how they carried it out. And it says towards the end of the parsha, right after Shishi, Vayiba Chodesh Harishon, it was the first day of the month, the second year, in the first month, Chodesh Nisan, the Rosh Chodesh Nisan, Hukam HaMishkan, the Mishkan was erected. And the pasuk says, "Vayokem Moshe HaMishkan." Who was the one who actually put up the kroshim, the beams, to build of the Mishkan itself? It was Moshe Rabbeinu. And Chazal explained that Moshe Rabbeinu really actively did not participate in any of the building of the Kalim, of the construction of the Kalim, of actually making the Begodim. He gave all the instructions, he collected the money, he gave it out, he knew he was in charge of the project, but he actually didn't actively, physically get involved. And here, Moshe Rabbeinu said, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Moshe Rabbeinu, you're the one that's actually going to pick it up. You're going to do it. When did this happen? We have here the date, and we know in Parshas Tzav, at the end of Parshas Tzav, at the beginning of Parshas Shmini, Vayibayam Shmini, that's the 8th day, that's actually the day of the Hakomas HaMishkan. There's an interesting discussion about this Hakomas HaMishkan, and Rashi says that Moshe Rabbeinu, when he came, he saw these huge kroshim. He said, "What? Even I'm a strong person, but how am I going to pick this up? I can't even pick this up. Even I can't pick it up." And HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, "Don't worry about it. You do what you can do, and you'll see everything will work out." And he started moving the kroshim. He started moving it in the right direction, and boom! Miraculously, the Mishkan stood as it was supposed to. There's an interesting discussion about this Moshe Rabbeinu doing it like this. Maybe it's not even called Baina. There's some who want to say, because it says in the Parsha Shmini, Parsha Tzav, and Parsha Shmini, so Chazal tell us that the 7 days before Rosh Chodesh Nisan, the last 7 days in Chodesh Adar, when Moshe Rabbeinu put up the Mishkan every day in order that there should be the karbonis of the Shivas Yimei Miluim. During those days, Moshe Rabbeinu actually constructed the Mishkan and then took it apart. Constructed the Mishkan, took it apart. 7 days. 7 days, included in those 7 days, was definitely a Shabbos. How could Moshe Rabbeinu build the Mishkan on Shabbos? And one of the answers given, one of the ideas given to explain this, is that you see, Moshe Rabbeinu didn't really build the Mishkan. It was done miraculously. He just started moving things, moving the parts, and it went up miraculously. But this is difficult to understand, because we know that all the Lamitas Malachos we learn from the Binyan Mishkan. Whatever they did in order to make the Mishkan, those are the things that are forbidden to do on Shabbos. If the actual Binyan Mishkan, if the actual building of the Mishkan was not an actual Baina, so then how do we learn from the Mishkan not to build? There are answers to this, but I heard a very interesting approach from the famous Maggid Shir, Rabbi Sruli Bornstein from Lakewood, who said as follows. Said, in the name of Rabbi Yonason Shteif, the Budapest Rav, he said, in the name of his Rebbe, the Shevet Sefer, the Einikol of the Chassam Sefer, and he says an interesting thing. It says that Torah is mateshes koiches shel adam. Torah weakens a person, takes away the strength of a person, takes away the koyach. Seemingly, the accepted understanding of this Maimer Chazal is that a person accepts on himself Torah, he becomes weakened, he's totally invested all of his strength in learning Torah, like we see Berish Lakish after he accepted to become a Talmud of Rabbi Yochanan, and he couldn't swim back. But the Shevet Sefer gives another a unique explanation of what it means Torah mateshes koiches shel adam. A person does his things, he works in business, he has accomplishments, and he thinks that he did it. The Torah says, Chas v'shalom, will come a time when the Yidden will think that everything is from them. They win the wars, they win the battles because their Jews are so strong and they're so smart, and that's how they're so successful. And a person learns Torah more and more. The more he learns Torah, the more he realizes he doesn't do anything. Everything that he accomplishes, all the accomplishments, is only because HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives him the siyata d'shmaya. A person has to do a shtadlus, he has to invest his energy, because that's the way the world works. A person has to invest his energy, but at the end of the day, the accomplishment accomplishments is not from his energy, not from his strength. It's from HaKadosh Baruch Hu Siyata D'Shmaya. Torah mateshes koichoi shel adam. Torah takes away, weakens this understanding as if to say, I did it, it's all me, it's not you. And the more you learn Torah, the more you realize that it's not your koyach. That's what it means, that the Torah weakens the koyach of a person. It takes away this mistaken understanding, this erroneous worldview that we are the ones that do everything. This is what happened. This is what it says Reb Sruli Bornstein. Maybe this is the lesson of Moshe's picking up the Mishkan. It's Baina. Of course it's Baina. He did what he was supposed to do, and he came. People who are looking from the side, they'll see Moshe Rabbeinu picking it up. One keresh, another keresh, putting it all together. He built the Mishkan. It's a real Baina. But Moshe Rabbeinu very well understood that he didn't do anything. He wasn't able to, even physically, he wasn't able to pick up these beams. The only way it was working is because HaKadosh Baruch Hu was helping. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was teaching him. You do what you have to do. This is what you have to do. And this is called the real Baina. And it doesn't matter if you're building the Mishkan or you're building a house and you put one brick down, another brick, cement, brick. Oh wow, I built a house. You did nothing. You put in your energy and HaKadosh Baruch Hu built your house. And this is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu was teaching Moshe. It's real Baina. On Shabbos, you're not allowed to do it. It's a real Baina. But you should realize that you can't do anything and nobody can do anything in the B'niyas HaMishkan and in all of our constructions and all of our buildings and all of our accomplishments. It's not our accomplishments, it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu's accomplishments with the hishtadlus, the minimum hishtadlus of the person. Good Shabbos. Please don't forget to subscribe. You'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.